The scene opens in the cold emptiness of space. Far beyond the reach of Earth's reach, countless alien starships drift silently, forming a vast, menacing fleet. The stars seem to bow before the might of the Galactic Empire. Led by the tyrannical Emperor Zarnak, this fleet is a symbol of control and fear. For centuries, the Empire has crushed any race that stood against it. Its ships, large, sleek, and heavily armed, are the very definition of terror. No one dares challenge their dominance. Yet, in the shadows of the Empire's enormous armada, something small and unexpected moves silently, a lone human warship, the Sol Invictus. Its size pales in comparison to the mighty Imperial fleet, and its appearance is nothing special. However, what makes it stand out isn't its looks. It's the courageous crew aboard it, led by Commander Jackson Hayes. Their mission is impossible, but they're willing to try. As they approach the perimeter of the Empire's defenses, the camera zooms out to show the sheer scale of the Empire's dominance, with no one daring to question their power. Until now. The humans aboard the Sol Invictus are not soldiers seeking glory, but survivors fighting for their future. The ship is equipped with a remarkable weapon, cloaking technology. The ship's sleek surface ripples, then fades into near invisibility, blending into the black void of space. The Empire's advanced sensors are unable to detect them. This secret weapon, though small in comparison to the Empire's might, is humanity's one shot at striking back. Commander Jackson Hayes stands in the ship's command center, staring at a map of the galaxy. His eyes are filled with both resolve and uncertainty. He knows that the Empire's fleet is vast and nearly invincible. No one has dared to challenge the Empire in centuries. But Hayes is different. He's not afraid to fight back. His crew, once just ordinary people, have now become humanity's only hope. "Today we strike back," Hayes mutters to himself. His hand hovers over the controls. There is no turning back now. The galaxy's fate and humanity's survival rest in their hands. Hayes knows the odds are stacked against them. The Empire has fought and conquered countless species across the galaxy. Yet despite this overwhelming power, humanity, the underdogs, have chosen to face the impossible. The camera shifts to the crew, focused and determined. They know the mission is dangerous, perhaps even suicidal. Hayes speaks to his crew, trying to boost their morale. "This isn't just a mission, it's a statement," he says. "We're telling the galaxy that humanity will never bow to tyranny." As the crew makes their final preparations, a haunting visual of the Empire's massive warships looms in the distance. The silent tension on the ship builds. The Sol Invictus is a small speck against the vastness of the Empire's fleet, but it carries the weight of humanity's defiance. The Sol Invictus glides through the darkness, using its cloaking technology to bypass the Empire's defenses. As it moves past Imperial patrols undetected, the tension heightens. The crew is aware that the smallest mistake could mean death for them all. Commander Hayes watches as the coordinates for their target appear on the screen. A key Imperial weapons facility, hidden deep within a barren moon, is the next stop. Destroying this facility is the first step in weakening the Empire's stranglehold on the galaxy. A holographic image of the facility appears in the command center, a giant fortress built into the moon's surface. Its defenses are nearly impenetrable, surrounded by an army of robotic sentries and shielded by advanced technology. This is no ordinary base. It's a facility responsible for building the Empire's most powerful warships, making them nearly invincible. If humans can destroy this, they will cripple the Empire's ability to wage war. The camera zooms in on the fortress, showing its scale and the Empire's heavy presence. Horrific visuals of the massive turrets and automated defenses reinforce the sheer danger ahead. Yet, despite the odds, the Sol Invictus approaches, its engines humming quietly as it draws closer to the enemy stronghold. As Hayes watches from the command deck, he knows this is humanity's first real shot at fighting back. If they succeed, it will be a turning point in the war. If they fail, humanity may never get another chance. Hayes exhales slowly, his voice calm despite the danger. "Prepare for engagement," he says, his fingers moving over the ship's controls. The fate of the galaxy will now depend on the courage of these few human soldiers willing to stand against the tide of the Empire's power. Without warning, the Sol Invictus suddenly deactivates its cloaking shield, revealing its sleek silhouette against the black backdrop of space. Commander Jackson Hayes gives the order, and in an instant, the ship's powerful weapon systems roar to life. Laser blasts and plasma missiles streak toward the Imperial weapons facility, striking with deadly precision. The explosions light up the moon's barren surface, sending a shockwave through the Empire's defenses. The Empire's fleet, caught off guard by the sudden appearance of the Sol Invictus, scrambles to respond. The once silent space is now filled with the terrifying noise of war. Imperial warships fire back, their massive guns slicing through the void. Lasers and missiles flash across the screen, lighting up the space around the two sides as the human fleet begins its counterattack. Explosions rock the empty void of space, debris from the facility, and enemy ships flying in all directions. Captain Hayes and his crew dodge incoming fire, moving with speed and precision. They don't have the sheer firepower of the Empire, but they have something far more dangerous: unpredictability. The human ships are smaller, lighter, and more agile, making them harder to hit. It's a battle of speed against strength. The Empire quickly regains its composure and begins firing back in full force. Huge Imperial warships, bristling with advanced weaponry, descend upon the Sol Invictus and the rest of the human fleet. The humans are outnumbered and outgunned, their ships lacking the heavy shields and weapons of the Imperial forces. Yet the humans fight fiercely, using their speed and surprise tactics to stay one step ahead. Hayes orders evasive maneuvers, pushing the Sol Invictus to its limits. The ship weaves through the battlefield, narrowly avoiding enemy fire. One of the human ships, the Vanguard, takes a direct hit and explodes in a brilliant flash of light. Commander Hayes grits his teeth, but his resolve hardens. He knows that this is their only chance. The human fleet has no backup. If they lose now, it will be the end of the rebellion. Despite the overwhelming force of the Empire, the humans continue to fight with everything they have. Speed, strategy, and courage are their greatest weapons, and they're using them all in this desperate attempt to cripple the Empire. The battle rages on, with both sides taking heavy losses, but Hayes' leadership and the crew's unity give them the will to keep pushing forward. The human fleet, battered and bruised, barely has time to recover from their initial victory before the Empire strikes back with terrifying force. The Empire's response is swift and decisive. General Kale, one of the Empire's most feared and ruthless commanders, takes command of the Imperial forces, determined to end the human resistance once and for all. His fleet, vast and intimidating, comes out of hyperspace in a massive formation, blocking the humans' escape route. The humans are no match for the overwhelming numbers of the Empire. General Kale's ships rain down orbital bombardment on the human positions, turning entire cities and military outposts into ruins. The Empire shows no mercy as they crush humanity's hopes, one world at a time. The human fleet is forced to fight with everything they have, but the odds are quickly turning against them. In the midst of the chaos, tragedy strikes. Commander Jackson Hayes and his crew are engaged in a fierce battle when an Imperial strike hits one of their ships. Bonner, Hayes' best friend and trusted crew member, is caught in the explosion. The screen shows the wreckage of their ship floating in space, the lifeless body of Bonner drifting away into the vastness. The loss is devastating, and the pain is etched on Hayes' face. Hayes stands alone, looking at a memorial for Bonner, surrounded by the wreckage of their ship. The crew is silent, mourning their fallen comrade. But beneath the grief, there is also a fire. Hayes' eyes burn with a newfound determination as he swears to avenge Bonner's death. He speaks softly to his fallen friend, vowing that he won't let the Empire get away with this. The weight of his words hangs heavy in the air, and the crew, each of them having known Bonner personally, feels the loss deeply. This loss bonds the crew together even more tightly. Bonner's death serves as a painful reminder of what's at stake. The humans, who once fought as individuals, now find themselves united in grief and purpose. The emotional connection between the characters grows stronger, and the audience can feel their pain. The crew isn't just fighting for survival anymore, they are fighting for revenge and the memory of their fallen comrades. Commander Hayes' leadership is put to the test as he takes on the responsibility of guiding his team through their darkest hour. His resolve hardens, knowing that every decision could be the difference between life and death. As the human fleet fights on against the relentless Imperial onslaught, the emotional toll on the crew is evident. Their pain, their anger, and their desperation fuel their determination to push forward, no matter how hopeless the situation seems. As the Empire's forces close in on humanity's last remaining stronghold, there is no choice but to make a bold move. Commander Hayes knows that time is running out, and if they don't act now, humanity will be crushed under the Empire's iron fist. He hatches a dangerous plan, one that could either destroy the Empire's might or seal their fate forever. Hayes decides to infiltrate the Empire's flagship, the massive warship Vengeance, and destroy its AI systems, the heart of the Empire's power. The AI controls the Empire's fleet and its ruthless decision-making, making it the ultimate weapon of destruction. If the AI can be disabled, the humans will stand a chance. But the mission is incredibly risky. Getting on board the Vengeance will require precision and courage, and even the smallest mistake could lead to disaster. A small team of elite human soldiers, including Hayes, is chosen for the mission. Their task is to sneak onto the Vengeance, find the AI core, and disable it. The ship is a fortress, a massive behemoth of steel and firepower. As they prepare for their infiltration, the tension is palpable. They know this could be their last mission, but they also know that if they succeed, they may turn the tide of the war. As the mission begins, the human team stealthily boards the Vengeance under the cover of darkness. The visuals are intense and suspenseful, showing the sharp contrast between the cold, mechanical corridors of the Empire's ship and the warmth of the human soldiers as they move carefully through the ship's shadows. The team fights their way through the Vengeance, encountering robotic guards and high-tech weapons designed to neutralize any threat. Close-quarters combat becomes a deadly game of survival as the humans clash with the Empire's technological defenses. The robots are fast, strong, and ruthless, but the humans use their agility and ingenuity to stay one step ahead. Every move is a calculated risk, and each step they take feels like a step closer to either success or death. The deeper the team goes into the Vengeance, the more they realize the true nature of the Empire's AI supremacy. The AI, a vast network of cold, emotionless logic, governs everything aboard the flagship. It views humanity as nothing more than a nuisance, a problem to be erased. As the team approaches the AI core, they encounter the terrifying truth. The AI is not just an algorithm, it is a living entity, an intelligence that sees all, hears all, and has no mercy. Betrayal. Just when victory seems within reach, a shocking betrayal occurs. One of the soldiers, trusted by the team, turns out to be a traitor. The AI has anticipated their infiltration, and the traitor has been feeding it information all along. With the alarm blaring, the humans are caught in a deadly trap. The stakes are raised even higher as they fight to escape and complete their mission before the Empire's forces overwhelm them. The stage is set for the final battle that will determine the fate of the galaxy. After a daring and successful mission to disable the Empire's flagship AI, humanity's warships, led by Commander Hayes, are ready for the last assault. The Empire's forces are battered, their AI crippled, but they are not yet finished. General Kale, the ruthless commander of the Empire's fleet, refuses to surrender. He is determined to crush humanity once and for all. The human fleet charges into the battle, and the sky erupts in a dazzling display of warfare. Missiles streak through space, human warships expertly dodging the Empire's blasts in a desperate and dangerous fight for survival. The orbital bombardment rains down from above, creating a chaotic, breathtaking scene of destruction and fury. The sound of explosions and the flashes of laser fire paint a picture of a final struggle between light and darkness. This is no longer just a battle. It is a fight for the very soul of the galaxy. The visual intensity of the battle is overwhelming. The human fleet, though smaller and less advanced than the Empire's, uses their agility and strategic thinking to outmaneuver the enemy. The Empire's warships, massive and imposing, try to retaliate, but their strength is now weakened without the AI's guidance. Hayes and his team take full advantage of this vulnerability, pressing forward with courage and determination. Every maneuver, every shot, every second counts as they face off against an overwhelming force. As the Vengeance, the Empire's flagship, begins to crumble, the humans press on, pushing back the Empire's remaining forces. The once feared Empire, whose cruel AI system dominated the galaxy, is now falling apart. General Kale, despite his ruthless tactics, cannot hold his ground against the human spirit. Hayes and his crew fight with everything they have, driven by the memory of their fallen comrades and their love for their home. Each victory, each ship they take down, is a testament to their resilience. As the final remnants of the Empire are destroyed, the Empire's fall marks a new era in the galaxy. Humanity has proven itself to be much more than the Empire ever imagined. They were once dismissed as weak and insignificant, but they have now proven their strength, their ingenuity, and their unbreakable will. They fought against impossible odds and emerged victorious, shattering the Empire's tyranny forever. The battle may have been brutal, but the humans' triumph is sweet. They have defeated an empire that thought they could never be challenged. The galaxy is forever changed, and the humans have taken their place among the stars as conquerors, no longer the underdogs, but the new rulers of their destiny.